guys.
What's up?
Hi. Good afternoon. Well, first off, I want to start with congrats.
Thank you.
You guys are doing a phenomenal job. You have albums dropping. You got projects on top of projects on top of projects. Like, first of all, I'm so happy for you guys. 2017.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So let's start with the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inspiration behind it, because you guys got my attention. Well, first of all, it's your film. So you grasped my attention like
Awesome.
instantly. This is like, what inspired you?
I mean, there's a lot of myself and Bo. I feel like, I grew up obsessed with magic and taking apart electronics and building things and just like loving science and all of that. So I think just that kind of like mixed brain of interest is definitely something that is in Bo. And my writing partner Alex and I, we were really looking for a story that we could shoot in LA that could be grounded, that we could make our own and self-produce. And I think in stumbling upon SLEIGHT, like, we found a very natural connection between street magic and crime. Like, a lot of the skill set is weirdly the same. But then at the same time, there's this other thing where, I feel like genre isn't serviced by Black leads and diversity and all of that. So we wanted to, we wanted to put someone like me at the forefront of a genre movie.
Okay. And with you, I know music is like your passion.
Yeah.
But I know from you, you've been interested in magic for a long time.
Yeah.
But with music being your passion and you preparing for this role, did you gain any interest in magic, or was it like some type of interest already there?
I wouldn't say I gained interest in magic. I think I sort of could sort of relate to the performance of a magician with being charismatic and having that personality, which is things you have to have in the music world, and things I've done on stage, and the eye contact. So that's that's just something. So now I'm just like, hey, pick a card, any card. So I think I try to sort of bring that element from the music world into that world just a tad bit, but I didn't really think about it too much. I just tried to focus on Bo and focus on the reality of it, and let everything else sort of be what it was.
And with the the idea of, like you say, you just jumped into that to that character. The magic itself is not just your typical pick a card, any card type. It's infectious, without giving too much away. It's like, what made you even say, I want this character who's already going through a difficult time to have this as his magic, to even inflict even more?
Well, I feel like, I kind of come from the sci-fi space anyway, and, when we came up with this idea and we had street magic and we had crime, for us being kind of sci-fi nerds, we were like, well, we should add one other thing. And again, we've been joking, like, SLEIGHT is kind of a movie of spinning plates. We're servicing science fiction, we're servicing crime and family and a love relationship and magic and all of these pieces. So, when we sort of put the story together, we're like, this would be cool, but what if we just took one more step to make it a genre movie? And then suddenly we feel like we're having genre in an environment with characters that we don't really get to see genre with.
Because you were saying how it's like, we're reaching this community, we're reaching this community. Your character could have easily just jumped out of the situation and just said, let's go. I think Holly was brought it to your attention and was like, we can get out of here. Like, you could have just left. But yet you decided to like keep that character here in this situation to address these different issues. Why wouldn't you, just leave and just say, what, we can start a whole new story and just branch off and make money with this magic that I have, this special gift?
I think I think for Bo, that I don't think no matter where he really went, I think Angelo would have sort of maybe caught up with him sooner or later. And I think that Bo is is smart in that way, where I have to deal with this, I have to deal with this situation, and I have to before I leave, I have to deal with things that are in front of me right now.
And I feel like a lot of people use like, you should move or you should get out of here. But I think when you really look at, how hard it is to actually pick your life up. And you have Bo, who's 18 with a little
Right,
girl,
with-
and he's
with
trying to
me.
protect her mind and make sure
Younger
she doesn't,
sister.
Right,
yeah, just like make sure she's cool and
Right.
doesn't know what's really going on.
Right.
So I think he's
Which
really
you do so well.
he's trying to, you know, no pun intended, but create an illusion for her also that everything is fine and everything's going to be all right.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and after the loss of his parents, leaving a house like that where your parents were present in that home, and you know that it's hard to leave that environment.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would be something that tied you guys to the film that you would say was your favorite part of the film, that you think you guys hold something together?
I mean, I personally love the story that Bo tells Holly in bed about how he fell in love with magic, and also where his sort of dedication came from.
That's probably one of my favorite scenes.
You know, it was just a really.
Did you know that?
I don't think so.
I mean, that's probably one of my favorite scenes. I mean, because that was actually the audition scene. That was that's what I auditioned for. But I think one of the most funniest one was when I'm in front of the car, and the car's like I'm being pulled by the magnetic field. And just to know how we actually did it is so
it's very
funny.
lo-fi.
It's so funny in my mind. I watch it, I'm just like,
yeah, that's what we got.
Get behind the scenes, so bad.
Yeah.
But we gotta go. Unfortunately, I wish I could have you guys for a half hour.
I'm sorry.
But congrats, and
Thanks
thank
so
you
much.
so much again for your time.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for hanging out.